You might have seen that there are some people who sell lunar land, and surprisingly there are people who spend real money to buy them. So naturally a question arises. Can we buy land on the moon, and how legal is it? Howdy Earthlings, I am Seth and this is VOIBLE. Before we start, a basic question arises. Who would want to spend a significant amount of time on the moon, which has no atmosphere to speak of, where the temperatures reach incredible highs and lows ranging from 100 degrees Celsius to minus 173 degrees Celsius, low gravity of 16.5 degrees of that of Earth, and all that moon dust? Let's understand in simple terms what the Moon Treaty is all about. The Outer Space Treaty, that is the treaty on principles governing the activities of states in the exploration and use of outer space, including the moon and other celestial bodies, was signed on Jan 27, 1967. The treaty is usually called the Outer Space Treaty of 1967, or the OST for short. And just for some tranquil nighttime reading, I have placed a link to the actual treaty in the description box. If you have the time, do check it out. Later on December 18, 1979, members of the United Nations presented an agreement that was meant to be a follow-up to the OST and close its so-called loopholes. This is the agreement governing the activities of states on the moon and other celestial bodies, also known as the Moon Treaty. The document was archived in 2017, but as of May 2022, it has been signed by 91 countries, while 62 have ratified it. This is a big document with a lot of articles, subsections, and legalese. But the most relevant clause is Article 2 of the treaty, which states, outer space, including the moon and other celestial bodies, is not subject to a national appropriation by claim of sovereignty by means of use or occupation, or by any other means. But was the treaty's implementation successful? Let's find out. Bottom line, any documentation that claims you own land on the moon is unenforceable, and no nation on the planet that has signed the Outer Space Treaty or the Moon Treaty will recognize it. But anyone can buy a deed to land on the moon right now. One agency which advertises itself as the Earth's leading lunar real estate agency sells such deeds on its website for about $20 an acre. However, there are no lunar governing body that is there to recognize and enforce the property rights. So as it stands, the claims are much more than fancy pieces of paper. So what? You might say, the OST pertains to nations. I'm not a nation, so why can't I buy 40 acres of the moon with a nice view of the Apollo 15 landing site? In short, it's complicated, but I will break it down for you. But before that, if this video saved your money from getting scammed, then do press the like button and just smash the subscribe button, too. Come on Earthlings, you can do it. Article 2 addresses only the issue of national ownership and contains no specific language about the rights of private individuals or bodies in owning anything in outer space. Because of this, there are some who have argued that property rights should be recognized based on jurisdiction rather than territorial sovereignty. Looking at Article 6 though, it states that governments are responsible for the actions of any party therein. So the spirit of the treaty is meant to apply all of the entities, be they public or private. So in summary, the OST says that no nation can exercise sovereignty over anybody in outer space, including the moon. Basically, the moon is like our oxygen. Anyone can use it, but no one can own it. You have a right to go up and take the lunar soil, but you don't have any right to draw a square on the surface of the moon and say that this square is mine. No private person can own property and freely exercise rights of ownership under the law unless it states that the land has been first legally claimed by some sovereign, and unless that sovereign has established a legal system that recognizes and protects that ownership. So save your money and buy that beautiful oak tree shaded plot in your country, because you simply cannot own land on the moon. So that's it guys. If you like this video, do press the like button so that you help the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys. See you later.